Hi everyone and welcome to practice. Today's class we are working on Vishvamitrasana, which is some kind of variation of compass pose, and it requires nice open shoulders as well as obviously open hips and hamstrings. Don't worry if this pose is not in your sort of repertoire, your practice repertoire. We're just working on some of the connections and actually accessing it from a different way than usual. And I will also post a tutorial class for a different way to access Vishva that you can do at another point. So today's class, it would be super helpful, a bolster maybe for a nice long relaxing shavasana later, maybe a foam if you usually have that, but 2 blocks as always are really, really helpful. Again, the link to any of these props that I have on my mat is down below. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe and help me build this community so that I have an incentive to keep offering you more. I'm hoping that I can release a new class every single week. Okay, so we will start in a child's pose today, and you're going to take yourself to the back of your mat once you've got everything you need, and take the knees wide just so you can let the chest rest between the thighs, or if you feel for just taking the arms back and resting your forehead down, you can do that. We won't be here for too long. We're just using the shape to drop into our body, to ground before we begin. So if you need to shift around side to side, please go ahead. If you want to change the configuration of your arms, then do so. If your butt is really high off your hips, then you can place your little foam, if you've got one, or a pillow, beneath your buttocks and between your heels. And for now, just allowing yourself to get heavy, to relax into the shape, to feel how this pose is really restorative for the lower back. So soften the lower back and heavy the hips. Maybe if you like to begin your practice with an intention, you can do that. And maybe the intention is simple enough to just stay present, to gift your body what it needs. And if your arms are not already extended out in front of you, extend them and stretch wide through your palms. Stretch forward and down through your hands. And then let's take a deep inhale, lift your head, press your fingerprints into the mat, all 10 of them, and then walk a little further forward, and then exhale, release the head back down and see for rolling the shoulders down and away from the ears, finding a nice hollowing out through the armpits. Good, and then inhale, you'll lift the head again, stay for your exhale, and then just simply ground the palms, come up onto into a tabletop position rather, and we'll start to get into the warming up of the shoulders and the legs right away. So from here, stabilize your shoulders above your wrists, your knees above your hips, and let's start with the left side first for a change. So you're going to lift your left knee up the height of the hip, and see here, can you squeeze the heel to the buttocks? Stabilize through the right side as much as you can. And then you're going to just take little circles. So we're going to draw the knee back to meet the right, and then slowly draw it up towards the left hip again. And try to take slow, controlled circles. You're going to take about 3 in one direction. And then when your knee reaches the height of your hip, change that direction. Just mobilizing the hip in the hip socket, the femur in the hip socket, and then pause, knee the height of the hip. Flex your foot, kick it out to the side, and lower the toes in line with your right knee. Okay, from here, we're going to ground down through the left palm. Actually, before we do that, let's tuck the right toes under and then find a cow pose. So you already start to feel this lovely stretch in the inner left thigh. Find a cow pose as you curl the ears back, open the throat. And then find a cat pose round. Press your upper back between your shoulder blades. And then go 2 more like that. Inhale, open the throat, curl the ears back, tug the shoulders down and away from the ears. And then exhale, round, arch. Press the mat away. One more, just like that. Inhale, opening up, maybe micro bending your elbows. I have to because I have hyperextension in my elbows. And exhale, round and arch. All right, come back through center. From here, set your butt back onto your right heel. So you're just stretching, and it feels really nice. You're opening up the necks of your right toes. Maybe you can pulse a little forward and backward if that feels nice. And you're obviously deepening the stretch in the inner left thigh a little bit too. Okay, and then come up. Make sure you're grounded through your left foot. So only the arch of the foot is lifted. Left hand down, right arm up to the ceiling. Stretch. Open up your chest. Roll your left shoulder from your ear. And then thread the right arm underneath the left arm. For thread the needle, relax the right side of the head to the mat and walk your left fingertips forward. So a nice shoulder release here. Roll onto the outer edge of that right shoulder. And take one more breath. Okay, to come out, you'll drag your left hand back under the shoulder. Sweep your right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And then place the right hand back down next to the left. Okay, from here, we're going to lift the left leg up and then shoot it back now. So one-legged tabletop, left leg back. We've done this before in other classes. You're going to inhale here. On your exhale, left knee, left elbow, squeeze and hug it in. Again, right knee down, left leg long, reach your crown forward. Exhale, knee to elbow, squeeze. One more, right knee down, left leg long, reach your crown forward, breathe in. Exhale, left knee to elbow. Now pause. Can you step your foot outside of your hand? Melt your right knee to the mat. You've got two right angles here. And then bring your right shin at a 45-degree angle. You're setting up for extended side angle variation. Your left hand inside the line of the left foot. Try to make a nice connection here between the inner knee and the outer arm. And then let's sweep this right arm up and over the ear. So such a lovely preparation for Vishvamitrasana. If you want, you can even take your left arm or hand behind the calf muscle and cup the foot, as that too is a lovely preparation. And feel for rolling these left ribs to the right to open your chest. Nice big breath in here. And a nice complete exhalation, feeling into this stretch. Good. Maybe lift the right arm up towards the ceiling for a little bit more of a chest opener. And then exhale, just simply guide the right hand back down, right hand inside of right foot. Turn the right toes to face backwards. And take a wide half split. So you're just going to take your hips back, but it's slightly on the diagonal. So your heels in and your toes are out. And you're working more the inner seam of the leg in that variation. Take the hips back and extend the crown forward. Curling the toes towards the shin line. Finding length in your spines. Another breath in. And another breath out here. All right, and then from here, we're going to slow motion move forward. You're going to ground your left hand. You're going to lift up your right knee. Find a little bit of a lizard lunge. You can move forward and backwards slightly, just warming up that right leg and that right ankle. And then from here, you're going to step your right foot outside of your right hand, but at the same time, you'll lift your right hand. So just step it there. So take a deep breath in. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Lift your right hand. Can you keep your right leg straight, your left knee bent? And then twist and open up towards the right. So again, a shoulder opener, much like thread the needle, but you might feel a little bit more space and expansion. Breathe. And then exhale, malasana, your knees, both of them will bend, and your hands will come to your hearts. Firm your feet and lift the crown of your head. Breath in. Breath out, place your palms down. Can you just lift your butt, keep your knees bent, and then gently step back, high plank. Inhale. Ashtangasana, knees, elbows bend, chest and chin lower. Little cobra, inhale, keep your knees down. And then for second side, take your butt back. Child's pose, extend your arms. Lower your butt to your heels. Okay, to the other side, come back into your tabletop position. You're going to extend your right leg out in a moment, but we're going to take those rotations. So you're going to bring the right knee towards the left, and then start to lift the right knee towards the right hip or shoulder, and then making those circular movements of femur into hip socket. And it's slow and controlled and kind of laborious. And then change the direction. Can you try and stabilize
everything else. Just moving femur, bone in the hip socket. Okay, next time you even out, your knee will come to the height of the hip, and then you will kick your foot out to the side. Place the toes down carefully. Knees, toes, same direction. And then some cat and cows here. So open the heart. Feel that stretch in the right inner thigh. Exhale, round. Cat. Tuck tailbone down. 2 more. Open. Inhale. Curl ears back. Round. Exhale. You guys, if you're wondering why I'm so red on that side, I had run in with the sun, which never happens. All right, and then open the heart, take a deep breath, and then exhale, hips to heels. So you're just going to feel, it's such a nice stretch there in the back of the left toes, an action that we don't often do, especially with feet in shoes all day. You can pulse, you can go forward and backwards, or you can just hold it if that feels nice. Okay, and then you're going to come forward, and you're going to pick up this right leg, and you're going to sweep it back, crown forward. Okay, again, inhale here. Exhale, knee to elbow, lift your left knee. For 2, extend, breathe in. Knee to elbow, breathe out. Knee down, leg back. Inhale, knee to elbow, exhale, squeeze, squeeze, and step the foot outside of the palm. Melt left knee down, and then let's move into that extended side angle variation. So you can actually take this if extended side angle ever feels too much. Your left shin becomes parallel to the top of the mat, your right hand inside of the foot, or if you tried the cupping action last time, you can. And then lean into that leg. So lean into the connection of the inner arm and the outer leg to find more rotation, the right side of the waistline or ribcage to the left. Nice breath in here. And then as you exhale, left palm down, left toes point backwards again, half splits, take it back. So I like to tuck the left toes under, it feels more balanced. Maybe reach the arms forward and then pull that right heel back, but don't let it move. Already starting to feel nice and warm in all the places that we need to for the full pose. Okay, and then bend your right knee, ground your hand inside of foot, lift your left knee, take a moment in a little lizard lunge. Such a yummy pose. And then same thing, left foot will step outside of left hand, and then the hand will lift. Keep left leg straight. Sweep the left arm up to ceiling, wide and open through the arms. I just realized that I forgot thread the needle on this side. Okay, and then pop up. This time we ground the right hand, we lift the left arm up towards the ceiling, stretch and open up the chest, and then weave the left arm underneath the right arm. So you're going to try and roll to the outer edge of the left shoulder, reaching the left fingers towards the right toes, and then reaching the right arm forward. Or you can just keep the elbow bent. What feels good here for you to find that lovely opening of the right side of the chest? Okay, and then come back, right hand down, left arm sweeps back up, open up, and left palm comes down. Let's extend the right leg back, breathe in, tuck the left toes under. Exhale, knee to elbow, squeeze. Knee down, leg back, crown forward, inhale. Knee to elbow, squeeze. One more, knee down, leg back, breathe in. Knee to elbow, squeeze. Protract the shoulder, step the foot outside of the palm, melt left knee down, and then make that left shin parallel to the top of your mat. And then your extended side angle, Vishvamitrasana, variation. Opening the chest, revolving the right ribs to the left. So such an important aspect of this pose. And then hand down, toes point backwards, take a half split. A wider variation. Maybe little pulses back. All right, and then from here, rebend your right knee, ground your palms, tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee, look forward, breathe in. Left foot steps outside of left hand, Pick up the left hand, keep the left leg straight, and then sweep the left arm open. So you're in that thread the needle shape with the arms again. Nice big breath in. Exhale, bend both knees, malasana, squat, hands to heart. Let's do a couple squats here just to warm up the lower body. Hands up and overhead, breathe in from your feet, lift your palms up. Exhale, sink back into your malasana. For 2, inhale, lift from your feet, lift through your fingertips. Exhale, set down. 1, inhale, up. Big breath. Exhale back into your forward, your malasana. Take an in breath. Exhale, hands down, forward fold, toes in, heels out. So just a moment here, a nice symmetrical pose. You can keep your feet wide, little bend in your knees, relax your head, your shoulders. And just making a little bit of space in the back of the legs. And then halfway lift your chest, step it back, high plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees lower down, Ashtangasana. Up dog or cobra. If you're going up dog, from the tops of the feet down, from the palms down, and lift the sternum. And then downward facing dog, slow motion, hips up and back. Take 3 grounding breaths here. Just 3 simple breaths. Feeling the grounding that comes from the shape. Stretch in your waist, your arms, your legs. All right, let's find our flow. The pattern is, as usual, these days, I think. Slow one round, quicker the next, and adding in our fun peak pose. Okay, so we're going to start in a tabletop position for our flow. So you're going to right away drop your knees and lift your chest and find a cow pose. So inhale, knees down, heart up, cow pose. Open up through your chest. Exhale, this time hover your cat. So the balls of the feet are down, your palms are down. You're going to round into your cat, tuck your tailbone and lift your knees. Okay, so you're in a hovering tabletop position. Right leg extends back, the crown extends forward, breathe in. We're here again. Knee to nose, squeeze and round. So we'll just do that one time and then we'll step the foot through and we'll come into a high lunge. So rise all the way up with the fingers here. Be high on the ball of the left foot. And then on your exhale, hands into hakini, left knee lowers, double bent knee lunge, tuck the tailbone and lift the crown of the head. So I often use this pose because it's a really nice shape to get grounded through your feet and to recruit your lower bandhas for finding deep strength in your legs and deepening the power of your practice. All right, on your inhale, we're going to straighten both legs. We're going to lift the palms up and overhead. So it's almost like you're preparing for a pyramid pose. And then on your exhale, you're going to bend both knees and let all the air go out of your body as you rotate towards the right. Elbows remain bent, crown is lifted, hands remain in hakini. And we'll do that 2 more times. So up on the inhale, straighten both legs, lift the palms up, lengthen the sides of the waist. Exhale, bend and twist. All the air out of your body. Go 1 more. Inhale up. So slow focus. Exhale, bend and twist. Now take a deep breath in. Horse pose is your exhale, heels in, toes out. Sit low into your shape. And then from here, just take your hands to your thighs, just above the knees. And you're going to dip the right shoulder down on your inhale. So just stretching a little bit behind the right shoulder blade, maybe looking towards the left palm. And then passing through center. And then on your exhale, twist the other direction. And then coming through center, bring your hands back into your heart. A little bit of leg work here for the hamstrings. Exhale, toes in, heels out. Lengthen your chest forward, micro bend your knees. Find the shoulders the height of your hips. And then rise back up, bend your knees, horse pose, inhale. Exhale, straighten and fold. So you're going to take a micro bend in your knees. You might fall down a little bit lower, really feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. And then let's do that 1 more time. Bend and lift up. And exhale, toes in, heels out, lengthen forward. So think about lifting the inner arches all the way up to the inner groins. Spreading your inner thighs back and then hugging your outer hips in and trying to glue the outer edges of your feet down. Back into horse pose is your inhale. Get deeper on your exhale. Now take a breath in, and then on your exhale, turn towards the back of your mat for warrior 2. Open your arms out wide, spread your collarbones, gaze over your left fingers, and really deepen into the shape, into the lunge. Reverse your warrior, so keep the left knee bent. Lift up, we'll straighten it in a moment. Reach the left arm up and over the ear. And then on your exhale here, take extended side angle, the hand inside the foot, the right arm up and over your ear. If you need to, you can place the forearm on the thigh. Alternatively, you can place your hand on one of your blocks. We won't be here too much longer. Just hold. 3, roll the left ribs to the right. 2, and 1, left leg needs a break now. Breathe in. And then on your exhale, both hands inside of the left foot. See if you can dip down. Now here might be a really useful place to get your blocks and place your blocks inside of the foot. And we're straightening that left leg, but maintain the outer arm inner knee connection and fold into a pyramid variation. Let's pulse that. Rebend the left leg, look long. Exhale, hips up and back, straighten left leg, fold. 1 more, rebend the left leg, look long. And exhale, straighten and fold. Now hold for just a moment. Press the outer blade of the right foot down. Take another inhale and stay for your X. All right, now here we're preparing for the Vishva variation that we're working in today. So you're going to rebend your left knee. Widen your feet out apart. You can keep your hands, of course, on your blocks. It's really helpful. You're going to come onto the ball of the left foot. Try to keep on the outer edge of your right foot. So right foot still at a 45. And see if you can lift your left foot and squeeze the heel into the buttocks. So you're trying to place that knee behind the elbow. And then from here, maybe lighten your right fingertips. Take an inhale. And then bring the knee over to the right. Extend the leg under the right arm. Keep your right foot at a 45. Take a fallen triangle. So open up your chest. Such a nice pose. Maybe look up. And then on your exhale, pivot on your heels. Sit your butt down into a wide-legged forward fold. So in the wide-legged forward fold, we're going to fold to the back leg, which is your right leg. So you can take your right hand. I quite like to take the hand underneath the left hamstrings, thigh, and then lean your body, your torso towards the right knee. And then from here, maybe you can lift the left arm up and side bend towards the right foot. Now this action allows you to get this right shoulder out more. If it's easier to take another variation, by all means do. But what variation do you need to take so that you can get most space in the left side of the waistline? It's a side bend, not quite a forward fold. And you're feeding this right shoulder as much underneath or inside of the line of the leg as you can. Take another breath. And then exhale, release the right arm and now fold forward over that right leg. So just getting a little bit more stretch there. And 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Okay, and from here we'll lift the left arm up. Place the left hand back on its block or where it is for down dog. Reach the right arm forward, come back into your fallen star or triangle. And then let's release the right hand down. Left leg rises all the way up. Open the hip, bend the knee, and squeeze the heel towards the buttocks. Okay, giant transition now. It's a lovely one though. You're going to breathe in. On your exhale, bring that left knee towards the nose. Keep it bent. Step it between the palms and then take a half moon on your next inhale. You can take your left hand and block out to the side for stability and lift that right leg up as you maybe lift the right arm, or you can take the right hand to the right hip, spread those toes and find your, I'm falling out of that one. Find your half moon pose, spread the right toes, open up the chest. Take a nice big breath in. And then on your exhale, let's draw the right hand down, bend the right knee, squeeze the knee up towards the height of the hip, just like we did when we warmed up, and then circle it down towards the left knee. You can bend your left knee, stand all the way up, right knee to chest, arms up and overhead. You're facing the back of your mat. And then just take a figure 4, another little hip opener, right ankle above left knee, hands back into Hikini Mudra, and get deep into your pose. One more moment here. Stay for the exhalation. And then from here, you're simply going to rise up, knee towards the chest, and exhale, simply place the right foot to meet the left. You're standing at the back of your mat in Samastitihi. Let's move to the other side. Feet down, arms up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, lift and lengthen. Exhale, pass through center, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift your chest, inhale, your Vinyasa to down dog, modify as necessary. Up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog, facing the back of your mat. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's move to the other side. Right away, no break, keep moving. Cow pose, inhale, open the chest. Hover and round your cat, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Knee to elbow, exhale, squeeze. Knee to nose, exhale, squeeze. Step the foot through, widen your shape, all the way up. High lunge, breath in. Exhale, double bent knee lunge, breath out. Straighten both legs, rise, inhale. Exhale, bend and twist. All the air out your body. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and twist. One more, straighten on your inhale. Bend and twist on your exhale. Pause here, lift your crown. Horse pose, inhale. Deeper into your horse pose, exhale. All right, right to warrior two. Take a deep breath in. Warrior two to the top of your mat now, exhale. Find your alignment. If you want to move your blocks to the top, you can. Heel to arch alignment. Deep right angle bend through that right leg. Arms opening wide as you broaden your collarbones. Find your breath, soften your gaze. Okay, let's reverse this warrior. So keep the bend if you can through that right knee. Take a deep breath. Exhale, extended side angle. So hand onto a block inside of foot, or hand on ground or thigh. Leaning the right ear towards the right pinky toe. Finding your breath. One more inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg. You can shorten the shape a little bit and widen the right foot out more. Maybe your hands are on your two blocks inside of the foot. And then all we're going to do is bend and straighten this right knee just to get a little bit more space in those hamstrings. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Can you keep the inner knee outer arm connection and lower the elbows down slightly as you relax your head? Bend, lift through the crown. And straighten. Really warming up that right side. Inhale. Reach forward. Rebend that right knee. Exhale. Extend the leg to straight. All right. Rebend. Pause here. Make sure your hands are about shoulder width apart. Come to the ball mound of the right foot. Then try to glue the right heel to the buttocks by lifting the whole foot. Then maybe lighten the left hand. That's a nice prep for that. And then let's swing the leg out and under for fallen star. Open your shoulders, open your chest. Take a big breath in. We won't do this on the other side, but we're going to come onto our heels, sit all the way down. Okay, now you can take your left hand and feed it under maybe your right knee. And then lean towards the left and reach the right arm over the ear. Such a yummy pose. You might not get your foot, and that's fine. You can reach in direction of your foot. Or if you've got a strap, you can also loop the strap around the ball of the foot. It's also available on the website. You can hook the strap around the ball of the foot and use that for extension. And wherever you are, ground your feet, ground your heels, spread your toes. Encourage the right outer hip down. One more breath. And start to level the shoulders, feed out your left arm, and fold over the left leg. All right, from here we're going to rise back up
Right arm will rise. Place it on the right side of the mat where it is for down dog. Sweep the left arm up, come back into your fallen star. And now from here, you're going to super, super slow ground the left hand, weave the right leg out, open the hip and the knee and flip into a wild thing. Hips up, heart up. Deep breath. And then you know where you're going here. It's a half moon on your exhale, so bend everything. Ground your right hand, pull your right foot between the palms. You can step right hand and block out to the side if you've got a block. And then leverage the left leg high. You know that the more active your left toes are, and you should be able to see them in line with your hips, then you know you're in good alignment. The more you can find balance here. Left shoulder stacking above the right. Really using the outer seam of the leg and the inner seam of the leg to get it high. Okay, bend that left knee. Now remember, we're going to level the hips. We're going to take the knees to meet one another, so close like a little clamshell. And then rising on your right foot, stabilizing there, pull the knee to the chest, and then take that left ankle above the right knee for figure 4. Sink deep into your shape. Pull this left hip back. Nice big breath in and a complete breath out. Okay, and then let's stand up tall. Left foot will meet the right. Arms will lift up above the head. And then on your exhale here, close your eyes. Just take a moment to feel all of that movement. And try to bring yourself into a grounded stillness. Okay, so we're going to flow that now. We'll take a little vinyasa to move through and clear that, like a little rinse cycle. And then we'll flow and add on our peak pose and then wind down. So feet down, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, looking up towards your palms, lengthening your body. Exhale, you can bend your knees and fold over the legs. Take a halfway lift preparation. Your vinyasa of choice to down dog. So I'm a big sucker for modified chaturanga. I just feel it's a lot more safer for the shoulders. Up dog or cobra or hanging cobra. Breathe. And downward facing dog. Breathe out. Lift your hips up. Press them back. Okay, so I'm not going to demo because we'll move together and you can always slow it down. Pause the video if you need more. We'll just move together. Similar flow. Adding on here and there. Okay, so when you're ready, hands grounded, feet grounded, down dog. Cow pose, inhale, open the chest. Hover your cat, exhale. Right leg extends, inhale. Knee to nose, straighten left leg, step it through, high lunge, all the way up. Big breath in. Hands to heart, bend your left knee, exhale. Straighten both legs, lift your palms, breathe in, just one time. Bend and twist. Breathe out. Horse pose. Inhale. Open up to the left side of the mat. Exhale. Deepen. Inhale. Prepare. Exhale. Toes in. Left, right toes in. Warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Exhale. Broaden your arms. Broaden your collarbones. Reverse. Inhale. Open up. Left arm up and over ear. Exhale. Extended side angle. So here, you're going to use your block inside of the foot. And you're going to lift your right arm up and over the ear. You can take any variation. There is 3 breaths here. Holding, breathing, rotating for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Right hand touches down, exhale. Keep the bend in the left knee, breathe in. Just one time, variation of pyramid pose, breathe out. Okay, rebend the knee. Now you can do exactly what we did on the other side, which was just to lift the heel towards the buttocks and start finding stability there through your left obliques. So lift up onto the left ball of foot. Squeeze the left heel towards the buttocks. Stay here, knee behind the elbow, and maybe lift your right arm for a fallen or a side plank variation, or capture the outer blade of your left foot with your right hand and see if you can find Vishvamitrasana in this way. So you're looking to open up the right side of the chest and kick the foot forward.
And from here, breathe, feel it. And then maybe take the leg forward. Hover, fallen triangle, arms up, heart up. Strong pose. Deep breath in there. Exhale, right hand down. Left leg rises. Open hip, bend knee, wild thing. Lift your chest, open up, breathe in. Half moon, breathe out, slow and controlled. Left foot steps forward, right leg rises. Lift it high. You can lift the right arm. You can take Trippasana, bend the knee, grab the ankle and open that right shoulder. Breathe and feel into the shape. Arrive in the fullness of the pose. Where can you make a little more space? Can you ground your body a little more? And then from here, can you, if you've got Trippasana, just keep the knee bent, lift the arm. You can bring hand to hip, close the knees, rise all the way up. One-legged Tadasana. Exhale, ankle above knee. Hands to heart. Nice big breath in here. If you have variations, of course, take them. And then coming up, knee to chest. Right foot meets the left. Hands you can release by your sides. Closing the end of that side. Reconnecting to your breath. Okay, last side. Left side. Vinyasa to down dog. The arms rise up. Big breath. Open your chest. Exhale, fold over your legs. Bend your knees. Lift halfway. Breathe in. Your Vinyasa to down dog. Any variation you like. Downward facing dog. Know that the next side will likely be different. All right. When you're ready, knees down, heart up, cow pose. Last side. Let's finish strong. Big breath. Open up the chest. Exhale, dome, round, cat pose. Left leg long, breathe in, kick it back, knee to nose. Exhale, straighten right leg, step through. High lunge, all the way up, arms up and above the head. Exhale, bend your right knee, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach the palms up. Exhale, bend and twist to the left. Horse pose to center, breathe in. Get deeper on your exhale. Inhale here. Warrior two to the top on your exhale. Maybe gather your blocks. Warrior two. Reverse, keep the bend, inhaling. Exhale, Pasvakanasana, extended, hand inside of the foot, hand on block. Left arm over the ear. Hold here 3 breaths. Find space. Find groundedness through your feet. Breathing. And then both hands touch down inside of the foot, breathing out. And then you can hop your left foot in a little bit, lengthen your chest forward, and then straighten your right leg, bend your elbows, and just feel into that deep stretch. So we're going to use this now, this delicious stretch in the inner seam of the right leg and the outer seam for our Vishvamitrasana. All right, now inhale. The reason why, just a quick little note, the reason why I'm teaching Vishvamitrasana in this way is because if the leg is already active, and it's a safer way then to find the stretch rather than just pulling the leg into the pose. So you'll notice, maybe you can feel the difference here. So rise to the ball of the right foot, squeeze the heel into the buttocks. Notice how active that leg is already. And then can you take the knee behind the elbow, just hold it there, maybe pause and then move into your fallen triangle. Or start to take the leg forward and reach and lift the left arm over the ear. So you've got a nice straight right leg, your foot is fully flexed. Breathe in and then breathe out, maybe bring it back, maybe open the arm out and then take the leg out, lift the hips and the heart. Whew. Nice open chest here. And then exhale, left hand down. Weave yourself out and into your wild thing. Hips up and heart up. Make it feel good. I'm almost there. Breathe. Half moon, breathe out. Slow, Slow migration. Left leg lifts. Left leg lifts. Maybe hand to hip, maybe hand to ceiling, maybe bend the knee and draw the heel to the buttocks and open up that left shoulder. Okay, and then from here you can let the ankle go and then take the knee to the side. Try to close the line of the knees, carefully grounding that right foot, standing all the way up. And then ankle above knee, hands into heart for your figure 4. And those of you that have arm balances, go ahead. I'll try and record a tutorial for the arm balance another time. And then come up, knee to chest, and then just simply let that left foot meet the right. Maybe let the hands go beside you and just feel the energy moving around in your body. Full breath. The beating of your heart. And on your next breath in, the arms rise up. Let's clear this round. Lift the palms up. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Final vinyasa, so make it count. Take a halfway lift, any variations you like. Exhale, step or float back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Big breath. Down dog. Just take 3 grounding breaths in the symmetrical pose. Come back to home base. Good, one more breath. Stretch out as much as you can. Okay, good, balls of feet, we rise up. Knees down, come to just sit on your heels, widen your knees, come sit on your the tops of your feet or your heels, yeah. And then close the eyes. Rest the hands on the lap or on the thighs. And just moment here in a little meditation seat, just to feel and steep a little bit. Okay, and then from here, simply hands behind you. We're going to move through Upavishta and Baddha Konasana. So bring the feet out. And then let's bring the feet together in Baddha Konasana. You can take them quite wide from the pelvis, ground the outer edges of the feet down. I quite like to have the heels sort of clacking in and the toes turning out a little bit. And bring your hands back into your chest. So here, if you have a rounding in the lower back, you're going to get a lot less extension through the hamstrings. So you want to find, when we go into Upavishta, so you want to find a slight anterior tilt in the tailbone, the pelvis. So it's tilting back, slightly long spine, foam under the sit bone. And then to use a foam, if you've got one, you don't want to sit the whole butt on the foam. You just want to sit the edge of the buttocks on the foam. And just notice how that will help you tilt your tailbone back a little bit. So that is going to create much more length in your spine. Okay, if you don't need one, you don't need one. All right, hands to heart. Keep the length in your spine, lengthen forward, breathe in. Exhale, lean back. Keep your knees bent, but draw your heels and your toes out and lengthen your chest forward. So like a super wide malasana here. Elbows into the inner knees. And then let's move between those. Inhale, come back up, heels together, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale. Lift, breathe in. Maybe the legs straighten a little bit. Exhale. One more Baddha Konasana. Inhale. And exhale, find your Upavishta. So you can stay with the knees bent. It's a really nice start to keep the knees bent. Then you can take your hands, take your left hand to the inner left thigh and pull the flesh back and do the same on the right. And now you're sitting much more on the sitting bones. And then from here, you can just draw your hands in front of you, maybe keep your knees bent. You can also have hands on blocks. And those of you that can start to straighten the legs, but keep the length in the spine, go ahead and find full Upavishta. So you don't have to go as deep as I'm going here. You can go into whatever variation you like. You can also use a block underneath the head. That's also a lovely place to be. We are bringing the heart rate down. So forward folds are super important for that. So just make sure you're in a place that's comfortable, that you can relax and soften into, but still be active. So you're still active through your heels. They firm down, they pull back slightly, and still active through your toes. Creating this firm scaffolding of the lower body so that the upper body can soften around that, release, relax. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. Relax into the pose. All right, and then slowly lift up. And then slowly walk your hands back towards the inner thighs. Bend your knees, hands at the heart again. Inhale, and then just last time into Baddha. But this time you can lengthen forward all the way. You can even bring a little block between the balls of feet. Shift your buttocks back and just take Baddha for a moment. So it's a counter pose. If you've got a block, it's a nice way to remind the body to adduct. So firm the soles of the feet together slightly. Softly here. Okay, and slowly come up. All right, let's come down onto our backs. So ground your feet. We'll take happy baby, full straddle shavasana just to even everything out. And I'm going to use a bolster underneath my knees. So if you have one and you want to, you can place it already there at sort of the top of your mat and you'll guide it in. So just lay down and bend your, ground your left foot, bring your right knee into your chest, hold the outer edge of the foot, and then do the same on the left. So you can just take a happy baby if that's enough. Otherwise, we will bend and straighten the legs at a time. So if this is enough, you can also hold your calf muscles. If your hamstrings are really tight and that's difficult to get the outer edges of the feet, you can even just stabilize your hands on your outer knees or take the hands to the outer blades of the feet and pull them down. Think about broadening the collarbones here. Can you keep the left side as it is and just straighten that right leg a little bit? Maybe open it out a little bit more, but the work here is to stabilize the sacrum. So don't let that right leg pull the left hip out of kilter. Bend your right knee, extend your left. Keep drawing the shoulders down, relaxing through your head, your neck. And then bend both knees, and then let's go full straddle if available. Spreading, kicking through the heels, spreading through the toes and drawing them down. Again, you can draw your hands to your outer knees and support yourself in that way too. Don't force it. It just might be nice to find after all that opening that we've done. Last moment here. And then guide the feet together in Baddha Konasana. And let's just stretch a little bit more underneath the buttocks so you can bring yourself into a little ball, toes together, bring your toes a little bit more to the crown of your head. Maybe a little rock side to side. And then relax that and release that when you're ready. Any final little movements you might need, you can guide the bolster closer to you, place the bolster under the knees, and just relax and fall back into a nice, receptive shavasana. Well done, everyone. I hope you feel nice and fully worked, but also wrung out a little bit. And now just enjoy this integration, this relaxation into shavasana. Stay as long as you need. Pause the video when you're ready.